Yo, this your boy DJ Tim Fly. I got my man Big Bad Ace.
Yes.
He rhymes. You just reach the sports chamber, locked and loaded with my man Big Bad Ace, Eric Rhymes, and yours truly, DJ Tim Fly on the drive-by, y'all. What's happening? How y'all doing? What's up, E?
What's what it do, Big Tim, man? Big Tim, DJ Tim Fly, man. What it do, man?
Hey, man, same old Ezzo. You know what time it is, man. You know, we wanted to kick the show off. I'm excited. Got some great things on the horizon. But before we get started, we just like to thank God, give him the glory for our situation.
Yes,
without
indeed.
this show, yes, it wouldn't be possible without him anyway. This is episode 3. Look, folks, as we go along, we get better. Just be patient with us. We're doing the best we can. And I know with your love and your support, we'll be successful. I want to start talking about something quick. Now, I know we got some breaking news, but I want to talk about something real quick. World Series, Game 6 is tonight. Now, I thought Braves were going to close it out the other night, but they didn't. So tonight, the series is 3-2, and they can close it out tonight to keep it from going to a Game 7. I hope they do. I know you're going for Houston, but, so much for that.
Atlanta looks like Atlanta up 3-2. Man, it's been a good series. I mean, 3-2. That's what we want. We want to see a good series, man. But like I said, I still got the Astros to pull it out, man.
Yeah, wishful thinking, but anything is possible because the Braves had them 3-1. So that just means they ain't going without a fight, and I love it. And I hope they don't pull no doggone the Golden State crap that they was up 3-1 and dropped games like they did against Cleveland because of injuries. But this is pray for the best in an exciting series. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I wouldn't mind like basketball season that they get pushed to a Game 7, but I don't want no nail biters. I want the Braves to win, so I wouldn't be mad if they won tonight.
Hey, like I said, I like to see a good game. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm going for the Astros, but I would like for this going 7. Let's make this thing interesting.
Yeah. That wouldn't be a bad thing.
It's been a long year. Let's give the fans what they've been looking for. We've been out of sports due to COVID, but so let's give the fans what they're looking for, and that's let's go to Game 7. I know everybody don't want to hear that, but let's do it.
Yeah, I like 7 games because you just don't know who's going to win. It's exciting and it got you on edge, and then there'll be no more baseball for 6 months. So let's go on with it. Now we got some breaking news here. Yeah, Henry Ruggs III was involved with a DUI accident and has been booked on a DUI felony death. And he was in an accident driving, and somebody was killed. An unfortunate event.
Yeah, that one, man. That I saw that in the news, man. My first instinct was, man, the DUI part, then killing someone. Then I was like, man, my prayers go out to the victim that was killed and their families, but also, man, to the driver because, like, listen, because he's probably someone's son, someone brother, someone son. Prayers out to both families because no one wants to see that. No one wants to see that. We all have our issues and problems. I hope that, from that he can get some help because that's something he's not only dealing with the death of, driving with DUI, but killing someone. That's something that's a burden that someone, you got to live with. If you've never been through it, you don't know how that was, what's the victims being in their shoes as well. So I first say prayers go out to both families.
I don't know why when we hear things going on in the world, we just can't let it touch us and quicken us, and we change the way we do things. I mean, this is not the first DUI death, and it won't be the last. But come on, man. What happened to Uber and Lyft? How come every driver who drinks think that they got it and they can handle it? I don't understand that. You got the world is your oyster, and you have the ability to have a chauffeur. You financially stable, but then you lack judgment and get behind the wheel of a car. I don't understand that.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this, man. I was once young, immature, dumb. At one point, thinking I was invincible. I used to drink and drive, but God allowed it that I never had any type of accident or anything. But, when you're young and you make immature decisions and I thank God that, I didn't get any type of accidents regarding that, but man, it just, when you're young, you make those foolish mistakes, immature rather. I don't say young because you got older people that's still making those same immature mistakes.
Exactly. So, I know you make mistakes when you're young, you do, but listen, like you say, in this regard, you got people who has that problem that's older and still doing it. So I just think we ought to always have somebody in our life that we always accountable to. And try not to go anywhere by ourselves. So somebody can always be watching our back. But like we say, the prayers go out to the family. Our prayers go out to even Ruggs and his family that, everything works out in regards to this. You can never replace a life. Just makes me so damn mad that, they just can put people away for years for drugs, but they don't really give much of a penalty for alcohol. It's just the way the system is set up, but our prayers go out to them, So moving on, Deshaun Jackson was waived today by the Rams, but the Rams seems to keep being busy in that upper office. My man Sean McVay got it going on. Like I told you earlier, man, I get a little frustrated, and I'm a Washington football fan. It seems like everybody that leaves us winds up being successful somewhere else. And this guy, to me, is not just a coach, but he's a big time exec because he knows how to pull the trigger. That guy knows what he wants and he goes after it. He gets it. They acquired Von Miller today from the Broncos for a second and third round draft pick in 2022.
Let me let's go back to Washington Redskins. Let's go back to the Rams, Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah.
I got to give it to Sean McVay because, this is a key example. This is something our preachers about, be definite in what you want, be definite with the infinite. And that's the infinite God, once you definite with the infinite, he gives you your heart. He gives you your desires. It's basically almost saying, God saying, here you go. Your wish is my command. And not that God, grant wishes and stuff, but if you understand how life works and you're definite in what you want, Sean McVay is a perfect example. All these teams out, there's 32 teams in the NFL. But guess what? He's making moves like making everybody else look like they're standing still. And every time you look, he's getting big name players all the time. And this is and it's like, man, how is he doing this? Well, how come these other teams can't make moves like that? I mean,
they want to play for him, and these guys want to run through walls.
Right. You mean you adding Von Miller to that D line with Aaron Donald already? You got Jalen Ramsey on the back end. Oh my man, that team is loaded on defense.
I mean, not just defense. Look at what he did with your boy over there from the trade with Golf and the guy Stafford at quarterback.
With Detroit.
And I think Brandon Cooks, he made 2 stints with him, but he's no longer with him anymore. But he just knows what football players look like. That's what I like about him. He's a guy that goes. He's kind of remind me of Belichick a little bit, but to me, he's a little bit more wiser to me than Belichick, even though he's younger. He don't just draft a person based on what round they're in. He go after football players, and that's the type of coach I am. I don't care what round you was drafted in. I want to see your heart. I want to see your effort. I want to see the impact you make in people's lives. I want to see a leader amongst men.
Right. And the key is that he knows what he wants. He goes after it. He gets it. He gets it,
Exactly.
Like you can't, you can't even dispute. It's like, how he's able to make all these moves and all these other teams sitting around like, take for instance, Washington football team. You know, I mean, they waiting around getting first round draft picks, but man, I mean, it's 31 other teams in the league, and he's making more moves in all 31 of the teams.
Yes, I can agree. Now, Denver's been busy with their moving as well, but to me, I think they call themselves cleaning house, but to me, I think they're losing everything. I wouldn't trade Von Miller, okay, for a second and third round draft pick. I mean, I understand why they did it, but
you gotta understand, Von Miller's on. He's on. I would say. So let's say it like this.
You say he's on the decline?
No. That's not the word, because you're going to see a difference when he goes to the Los Angeles Rams. You're going to see a different Von Miller. First of all, when Von Miller was in Denver, he was at a point where if his defense wasn't good, and he was probably the best on the D line, he was getting double teamed. So if he can't be as dominant. But if he got Aaron Donald, he got all those guys on that D line. That
ain't gonna be no double teams.
It ain't gonna be no double team. He can play as free as he wants. And guess what? When you got other guys that can back you, that got your back, you got an Aaron Donald on your team. Oh man,
right,
man, you're gonna see a new. Just best believe you're gonna see a new Von Miller.
Well, to me,
rejuvenated. Put it like that.
I mean, I think he's gonna be a Von Miller 6.0 because that guy is a maniac already, and he just only had some ankle problems, but he's in the 10th season. His 10th season, he has 110 and a half sacks in 10 seasons. So he's averaging about 15 sacks per season. And I'm telling you, that's one of the highest averages I've seen amongst greats. He's a first-time Hall of Famer, ballot Hall of Famer to me. Von Miller, cemented. He has a Super Bowl win as well. Now, you got to be crazy not to make him a first ballot Hall of Famer. But he's really going to make that. I don't know how much more you can stack that Rams team up. And I heard the Cowboys were trying to get him, but it didn't work out. They snatched him. But that's what Sean McVay does. Denver seemed like they cleaned the house. They traded also Melvin Gordon to their rival, Kansas City Chiefs, which make no sense to me. You know the Chiefs don't have a running game with Edwards-Helaire out. Why would you give them a running back like Melvin Gordon? It's beyond me. Makes no sense. But I believe the Chiefs also made a trade for a lineman from the Eagles, if I'm not mistaken. Call me on the carpet if I'm incorrect. If any of you guys got any news flashes or anything that just came across the wire, feel free to text me.
Oh, you said who? Chiefs? You said the Chiefs?
Chiefs trying to.
Yeah, Dan Brown. So Dan Brown went to the Chiefs, and Laurent Duvernay-Tardif to the Jets.
Right. Yeah. So also it was the Jets. Okay, excuse me. But also looking beyond that, your boy from the Packers released linebacker Jalen Smith, former Cowboy linebacker. I don't know what's going on. After 2 games, they released him. There's something.
You know what? That was my next thing, man. But go ahead, speak on that.
But I mean, maybe you the Cowboy. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to speak on Jalen Smith. You go first.
Well, what I didn't understand is that he was with us. We drafted him. Actually, I think he went second. We picked him up in second round. And he came off. We picked him up. He was really a first round pick, but due to his injury in college, I think he tore his ACL and MCL, if I'm not mistaken. I can stand corrected. And so actually, I think he had more damage than that because he had what they call drop foot, and anybody know what drop foot is, and that's something the doctors told me I had after I was in an accident where I had an injury to my nerve right behind my tibia nerve, right behind my kneecap, but it controls the movement of your foot, where you up and down, where you bring your foot up or down, where they call it drop foot. So his foot was down. He couldn't control it to bring it up. And so I think that he didn't get full recovery in that nerve that controls the foot to go up and down. So, and I heard they were mentioning saying because of that, he wasn't as explosive. And I definitely, I can understand that, because it's like you're trying to move and you can't, you're not fully getting extension and getting that power in your feet to really move and dig in the ground like you want to. You can't pick it up. So, Yeah, so but it's just funny. I didn't understand it because he played a few years with us, and he was actually a starter. So and then all of a sudden now, so to me, I'm thinking, did the injury help? It actually, I'm sorry, it regressed him, or did it come back, or did he not fully recovered, and it's something injured it? And I don't know. I really would like to know, a person like Jalen Smith get cut twice from two good teams, from the Cowboys and then Green Bay.
Well, sometimes when a player gets a bad stigma from one team, it follows the reputation, but follows the other team. The other team doesn't really give.
Now, when you say bad stigma, what do you mean? Because this guy was high character.
Excuse me. What I mean by stigma is sometimes, like what Cam Newton's is dealing with, and Belichick does this to people sometimes. When he releases you, it seems like nobody else want to touch you. Now, we already know Jalen Smith's a good linebacker, and maybe he needs to do some more rehab. But it seems like since the Cowboys released him, and I don't think after 2 games was long enough for the Packers released him too quick. For my taste,
Well, that makes me think that it is his injury. That's because not a guy with his athleticism, and to me now it really tells me it is his injury that's hindering him.
Maybe
he probably can't get it. He don't have that. Probably don't have the explosive, because I'm telling you, if he does have that, if he still has that issue with the drop foot, he's not going to be explosive. But I'm trying to figure out. But is he done been with the Cowboys for a few years and playing and starting? All of a sudden he just regressed. I don't understand. I would like to know more about it.
That's what I'm telling you. Sometimes the stigma, just like for the life of me, I can't figure out why in the world the Saints would rather choose Trevor Siemian over Cam Newton. There's a stigma that follows you when you're released from the Patriots and certain other teams. It's kind of like these owners kind of put some bad blood out on you, and a lot of people won't touch you with a 37.5-foot pole like they say on the cartoon, The Grinch. So
I'm gonna have to say on that, because when you brought Cam Newton in it,
yeah,
I think Cam brought that on himself, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's beginning as was it preseason?
Yeah,
he's still throwing balls in the ground. I mean, what is that?
How many preseason games you seen with Cam?
Huh?
How many preseason?
But come on, you shouldn't still be throwing balls in the ground. I saw more balls in the ground.
No. How many preseason games you seen with the Patriots?
I seen him play in a couple.
Okay, you played a couple. I seen all of them. Let me tell you something. And I'm gonna tell you whether the rest of the United States or the world wants to hear this. Matt Jones did not beat Cam Newton out for that job. Cam looked good when they was playing with the Patriots. Cam only had 1 week where he didn't play. That's because he didn't have the shot and he had to go on COVID protocol. Now, he's since expressed since then, about 2-3 weeks ago, that he has made the shot. That is BS. Cam throwing the ball to the ground is still 50 times better than Trevor Siemian.
You know what? I got to give it to you. You're right on that.
That's BS. Okay, that's the same reason why the new release miniseries with Colin Kaepernick came out on Netflix. Have you seen that yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
Now, that's everybody on Netflix. Look on Netflix. Colin Kaepernick has done a great job with the miniseries. We understand. We know he wasn't throwing balls to the ground before they cut him or released him. So tell me about the stigma in the NFL and tell me whether I'm lying or not. Or maybe I'm just seeing things that nobody else is seeing.
I just want to know why he don't have a job now, Cam Newton. That's
my point. That's the question I just asked.
I mean, every year, quarterbacks go down. Every year. Yeah,
but even they picking up these guys who've been recycled 37.5 times, and they can't throw the ball 2 yards. And you talking about Cam? Let me say, listen. I'm gonna talk to all you.
Actually, I think the Washington football team need to pick Cam up.
Now, listen. That's what really proves my point. What really proves my point about blackballing certain players, once one certain owner put something out on them, the coach that he took to the Super Bowl with him, Ron Rivera, would not even touch him. He said, That's not an option that we will exercise. Now you sitting up here, Ryan Fitzpatrick went out with week 1. He was playing like crap before he went out anyway. Taylor Heineke, I like him. He got some more development, but we're not really running the ball like we're supposed to. If Cam Newton comes to the Washington football team, they will begin to establish a running game. Mark my word, which is the reason why that defense is playing like crap. But if Riverboat Ron, who was his coach in the Super Bowl, won't pick him up, what does that tell you?
So that tell you right there that was going to be my next question is, did him and Ron Rivera have a good relationship? I mean, because normally your head coach, they normally, if that was his pick, if Ron Rivera drafted Cam or?
I believe so. And it doesn't matter whether it was his pick.
Well, no, reason why I say that.
I get what you're saying. It was his pick. But what I'm saying to you is, after he took him to the Super Bowl, you don't think he fell in love with him then?
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Did you not have a relationship? Did the relationship go south?
Yeah, no, because remember, Ron Rivera was fired before they released Cam Newton. Remember? Right? They released Cam Newton right before free agency. Ron Rivera was fired around Thanksgiving times. Then the Washington football team picked him up a couple weeks in December, right? Because Kyle Anderson was the quarterback that took over for Cam when he got injured. Okay. Cam was a bench. Cam was injured. So that was Ron. If you look at the Carolina Panthers' success, who was the quarterback that was the catalyst for their success? Cam Newton, right?
Yep.
Okay. So when he is now to a point where he's halfway healthy, and half broke Cam Newton, you think Washington football team quarterbacks are better than Cam Newton? Any of them?
No.
So why is it that his coach that took him to the Super Bowl won't touch him?
You know what? That's for him. He needs that.
No, I'm asking you to ask the question. Ask the question.
Well, that tells me that marriage before he departed was going south anyway. So, and he didn't want to go back and romance Cam again.
Well, you know what? Some coaches will rather lose their job than to drop their pride. And I'm telling you, that's the biggest bullshit I ever heard. I'm telling you also, when an owner tells you, or put the word out on a certain player, they're not going to touch him because they're unified. Now, you can sit up here and tell me when they put that stigma out on T.O., nobody want to touch him. Okay, after a while. Okay, they did the same thing with Ocho Cinco. When Belichick released him, nobody want to touch him. Now, look at it again. If you look at it, there was another player, Antonio Brown. Nobody was going to touch him, but he was Brady's boy. So since he was Brady's boy,
you're right. Because you know what? If Brady didn't vouch for him, Antonio Brown would have been out of the league.
Period.
Completely out.
And when you go up against ownership, you get ousted real fast. Look at Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell should still be playing in the league. He should still be playing as a starter. But once he rubbed Pittsburgh wrong, they didn't want to pay him. Jets paid him, but they couldn't block for him.
You got to understand, it's about a system. You got to be in the right system. So he didn't fit in that system.
Yeah, but we get that. Nobody can fit in the Jet system. Jets suck, period. Okay? They ain't do nothing in the playoffs since Rex Ryan was their coach. So let's move on.
Let's finish the trade. So we talked about Melvin Ingram to the Chiefs, Von Miller to the Rams, Mark Ingram to the Saints. What you think about that one?
Well, he was there in the first place. They should have kept him. See, now they need him again. When they think they don't need you, they'll release you like a pair of garbage. But remember him and your boy Alvin Kamara were a tag team. You remember? They couldn't be stopped. Then you released him. He went to Baltimore for a year or two or whatever.
Well, you got to understand, that's why free agency, plays a big part in this.
We understand that, but he wasn't no big ticket guy. You can sign him. But I understand he gonna go to whoever paying him the most. But no, he even expressed a couple of years ago he didn't want to be released. What running back wants to be? Any player wants to be released from a good team unless they get paid money by another good team.
Now I got a good one. I got a good one right here. Now I think this was a good trade. Zach Ertz to the Cards.
Yeah, because he's been balling out ever since. Now
Zach Ertz.
I think it's a good trade on Cardinals'
part. For the Cardinals, because that's Eagles, an awesome trade. You got Zach. Oh, matter of fact, you're going to see another. Matter of fact, you're going to see a rejuvenated Zach Ertz.
He already has been. The first week he got there, he scored a touchdown. So the thing of it is how one team can get old with one team and they label you as can't play and can't that. Man, they should have had a two tight end set with Ertz and guarded there in Philly. To just show you how dysfunctional their front office is and the play calling is. Sucks. All right. Now, let's go on with some scores while we're at it. Okay. While you talk about the Cardinals, the score in which you beat me on this one right here. The Green Bay Packers, they edged it out against the Cardinals.
Hey, see, so like I said, I go back. I go back with see, history tells you everything. See, you got a team like the Cardinals and Kyler Murray. See, it's a difference when you play primetime games. And what I mean by primetime games, the games that where nobody else is playing but you and the other team you're playing against, and everybody's watching. What are you gonna do then, brother? What are you gonna do then, brother?
You made a point, Hulk Hogan. Let's move on to the next one. Now, this one, both of us was wrong. The Jets, the Jets.
Oh yeah,
S Jets edged it out against Cincinnati. Both of us was wrong on that one. You know,
and that tells you, like I said, this is the NFL, man. Any given Sunday, any given day, a team can show up and beat you.
That's right. Now this one right here, I told you it was going to be a tough game. It was going to be a barn burner. Tennessee versus Indy. They beat them by 3 points, but drastic situation. Derrick Henry broke his foot. And he just had successful foot surgery. So if they can't find somebody who can run that ball,
they brought your guy in.
Well, Adrian Peterson, I understand. He can run it.
Actually, I believe, to be honest,
still got it.
I'm looking for him. Matter of fact, let's see. This is game set. So he's still got what? 8 more games, 9 more games.
Now you went for the Colts in this one, didn't you?
Huh?
You went for the Colts in this one, didn't you? Yep.
Which one?
Tennessee and Indy. You went for the Colts.
No, I went for Tennessee.
Okay.
Well, what I'm saying is, I was talking about Adrian. I want Adrian Peterson to. I know you got to get the rust off, but he gonna get close to. I think he's gonna get about 700-800 yards rushing. But
listen, that dude keep the rust off because he's working around the clock.
Yeah.
When we released him was stupid because he was 1,000-yard rusher both years.
Yeah.
So and then Detroit was just dysfunctional anyway. I don't know how to use it. Okay, so let's go to the next one. LA and Houston. We knew that was gonna happen, so that ain't fool nobody right there. Ain't no need to talk about that game. Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Now, I must admit, I knew this game was going to be a little closer, but Pittsburgh would have never beat them if they were healthy. Cleveland just beat up right now. So that's pretty much in the bag.
You got to understand, too, those rivals.
Did you pick Pittsburgh or did you pick Cleveland?
I picked Cleveland.
Yeah, so both of us got tricked on that one. Right now, Case Keenum, their quarterback, they're not doing what they were doing. Even he's still learning the system.
Well, actually, to be honest, I thought Brown should have won because you had some drops by the veteran Landry that he dropped some ones that should have been caught, and actually it could have been a game breaker that the ones that he dropped.
Right,
a couple big ones.
Now this is one right here that I got you on. Philly versus Detroit. You went out there and you put it on the line.
Did I really go for Detroit?
Yeah, I got it on video, buddy.
I never go for Detroit the rest of this.
I think you went for Indy too. You trying to back out.
Hey, the way they beat them, I would never go back. I ain't going with Detroit no more this year.
They're strictly dysfunctional, and if Philly is as much as they suck when beat Detroit.
If you get beat like that by the Eagles, you sorry.
Exactly. So also San Francisco, I went for San Francisco on this one, and you went for San Francisco as well.
Yeah, I went for San Francisco because I knew Justin Fields.
No, it ain't him. He looked pretty good this weekend. He did a great job.
Yeah,
they thought they had him, but you got to remember something. You got to run that ball, and you got to take the doggone training wheels off the young man. So yeah, they won't let the training wheels come off him. So can't blame it on him. Even when Andy Dalton was quarterback and the offense was pedestrian. So let's move on to that. Carolina beat Atlanta 19-13. 1 minute I'm thinking Carolina is up. The next minute they down.
Yeah.
Who'd you go for in this one?
Carolina.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
All right. Now, but that's a rival. That can go anywhere. Now, this game was closer than what I thought. Buffalo and Miami. I predicted it to be a 40-point game. 40 points. Buffalo's going to score 40 points. But, of course, it's a rival. I knew they were going to win, but it was close to 26-11. Okay? And New England, they're doing a little bit better than what we expected. I expected Chargers.
Oh, man. Actually, I think I did. Matter of fact, I picked Patriots to win that.
Oh, you want to pick it?
Oh, no. I picked Patriots and you picked the Chargers.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Now
I told. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you. My words were, they're playing. They built when they played Tom Brady. They won when that game was close like that. That was the confidence builder for that team. They basically just like how when we played Tampa Bay, it was our measuring stick, and we went on and we ran off 6 in a row after that. So
no, you ain't.
Yes, we did.
No, you didn't.
We're 7-1.
6 in a row. You lost to somebody in between there, right?
No, we lost one game.
Yeah, right. You're right. Yeah,
come on, man. I'm a Cowboy, baby.
Okay.
What I'm telling you is the Patriots.
First time you got something right between me and you.
I'm telling you, Mac Jones and these guys are the truth. These guys are going to do some damage.
No, they're
okay.
Not. They're not the truth.
They beating up on a good chart. They beat up on a good Chargers team.
Yeah, that's true. It's also in the middle of the season, but of course, Belichick don't have them boys hard nosed. So
this is the second half of the season. So
and funny you mention that because right now, with Derrick Henry getting hurt in Tennessee, and
that's a change.
Kansas City sputtering, and LA Chargers in this situation got surprised. Wow, you're right. They could be wide open because you just don't know.
Like I said,
expect from Baltimore or Cincinnati either. You're looking at them, but the intimidation factor can come in with the Patriots. But you got to watch Buffalo too. So it's starting to get a little close right now.
And this is, like I said, this is second half of the season. This is when you start. This is when you really start paying attention. What's really, your wins and losses. I said first half of the season. Nah, I don't focus on the first half. You can go 7-0 first half, but you don't, and then don't do nothing the second half.
Right. Now, also the next one is Seattle. Of course, it's shellacked Jacksonville. There ain't no surprise. Washington, Denver. 2 teams. Well, I'm not gonna say 2 teams. Washington football team. Boy, if I just had the keys to that franchise, that'd be a totally different team. I really believe that. I don't know what the spirit is that's going around in that franchise because it seems as if once they get 1 step ahead, they go back 3 steps. And they can't get past the stigma of the investigation and all this other crap. It just focus on football.
See, like I said, it goes, but it starts for the head coach. The head coach, your demeanor, everything. I
don't think you can blame this on Ron Rivera.
Listen.
Surface with the Washington football team investigation before Ron Rivera got there. So cut it out. Ron Rivera is a class act coach.
Listen.
What are you talking about?
Listen. A coach can come in and change the culture. He can, man. We see it. We see. Look at the Rams and Sean.
He did come in and change the culture last year, but they regressed.
Well, how you gonna regress? If a good. So let me ask you this: Did we see the Los Angeles Rams regressing? Do you see Mike McCarthy regressing? Do you see the Cowboys regressing?
Come on, don't give me that.
I ask a question.
You can't use
Is the Cowboys regressing with Mike McCarthy?
Listen,
this is second year, right?
You tripping?
It's Mike McCarthy's second year, right?
Cowboy success got nothing to do with Mike McCarthy because he look like suck win. He's just a puppet, like every other easygoing coach, like Wade Phillips and all them other guys is on the sideline. Y'all just got a damn good offensive coordinator who finally know how to call plays, and you got Gus Johnson from Seattle, that defense, that's finally know how to play some damn defense. Mike McCarthy just a byproduct, standing on the damn sideline with damn Jerry Jones with his hand in his back whenever he do a damn interview. Okay, so Jerry with the radio show, Jerry with the damn interviews. Jerry is the damn coach for the Cowboys, the GM, the owner. He run the damn chains. He referee, and he worked the damn concession stand. So you already know Mike McCarthy. He's just a figurehead, and like I say, Jerry Jones got that damn hand in his back whenever he's doing the interview. In other words, he's a damn ventriloquist. He's his little puppet, muppet, whatever the hell you want to call it. So I wouldn't even dare compare that to Mike McCarthy versus Ron Rivera or any other coach. Ron Rivera's a damn good coach, but he's just too damn laid back to put his foot in Scott Turner's ass, and say, "Hey,
okay, you just said, okay, you're saying okay." I just said the coach. It starts with the coach, and the coach changes the culture. By his body language, his demeanor, he brings that it factor to the team. And you're saying the same thing. You're basically saying, "Oh, he's laid back. He don't want to get it."
No,
then that's the coach. He's the captain of the ship.
Sean, look, Ron Rivera is not laid back like Mike McCarthy.
Well, that's what you just said.
Listen, what I mean by
that's your coach.
This is what I'm saying to you. Mike McCarthy is laid back.
Right.
Okay, Mike McCarthy is passive. Ron Rivera is not passive. He's a solid killer. Okay. The problem is he's defensive minded as a coach. He need to snatch down Scott Turner by the damn collar, or get somebody else in there who know how to call some damn plays, because he need to make some decisions before decisions be made about him.
So if I'm not mistaken, like I go back, I get that it's the coach, the head coach. If the head coach is not going to get in his offensive coordinator behind, and not going to either get in his behind and make him make call plays better, then you got to get him out there. So that's the coach. Yeah, well, to some degree, you are 1,000%. You're right about that. Yeah, for the second time in the day. Damn, you on a roll. By the time you start fucking winning some goddamn arguments. It's Cowboy blood, baby. Yeah, whatever. All right, next game we talking about is damn Tampa now versus New Orleans. I'm telling you, New Orleans, if they kept Jameis Winston, they were going to be reckoned with, because now that since they lost Jameis Winston, how in the hell you gonna overlook Cam Newton for Trevor Siemian? Come on, Sean Payton. What the hell is your problem? So y'all need to stop that bullshit ass stigma in the NFL blackballing certain players. So let me ask you this: Who they got coming after Siemian? Who's after Siemian? Do you know who it is? He's out with a concussion. Let me ask you a question. Do you know who it is after Siemian? Number 7, the quarterback number 7. What is his name? That's out with a concussion? Well, we already know he was a starting quarterback last year. Okay? Who was the starting quarterback last year? You forgot after Drew Brees retired? No, he was not the starting quarterback. Who? Tyson Hill. Exactly. He was the starting quarterback. Hold up. He started the majority of the season before Drew Brees came back. You forgot? See, listen, if you need to know something about football, raise your damn hand and ask me a question. Okay? Taysom Hill started the majority of that damn season, and they were kicking ass. Okay? But Jameis Winston is a better quarterback than him. They were kicking ass still. He got that, and he's towards damn ACL. So my question is, hold on for a minute. I'm not finished teaching yet. Jameis Winston towards ACL in the game just passed. Now, you mean tell me you're going to pick up a damn Trevor Siemian that came from damn Denver, ain't do shit, they got rid of him, and you Taysom Hill can't play. You need an emergency quarterback that can play now. That's Cam Newton. Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. If Taysom Hill is out with a concussion, that means you don't have you don't have any quarterbacks on your roster other than Siemian. They got some other damn nobody that nobody knows about. That's why he is a nobody. I don't think so, because you're only carrying if you got Jameis that went out, Taysom Hill, Siemian, that's 3 quarterbacks. So I don't believe they carried 4 quarterbacks on their roster. They just picked up Trevor Siemian, young man. And remember,
They probably got somebody on the scouting camp too, on the that they're gonna
scout
promote up
team.
on the scouting team.
Got it.
So,
Okay.
but it's crazy. But New Orleans, see that I'm telling you. I told you, Cowboys, y'all riding so damn high off that horse, and you eked out a game this Sunday. Hold on, wait, I'm not finished.
Go ahead.
All it takes is one damn injury to end your damn season. Michael Irvin still spouting off about y'all gonna be at SoFi Stadium,
and that's part of the game.
Hold up, sir, I'm not finished.
We understand that.
SoFi Stadium.
Tell us something we don't know.
Y'all gonna be in the Super Bowl. All it takes is a damn one injury. Cam ain't come. Dak ain't come back yet. So y'all was struggling. Cooper Rush is not the answer, my brother.
Listen.
Okay?
Right. If we really wanted to play Dak, we could have played him. He was warming up. He looked great. That was because we understood who we were playing. We were playing Minnesota Viking, which we knew we were going to get the win. That's why he did not play.
Minnesota is a good team. You just
if they're good, if they that good, they couldn't beat our backup quarterback.
Nobody said it. Y'all got a damn good ass running game and defense too, and that's the cornerstone to win a fucking goddamn game. So don't give me that bullshit. So I'm just telling you, all it takes is one damn player to drastically affect the team.
But listen, listen. How we understood that. We understood that last year when Dak went out.
Yeah, and as we're talking about it, we're talking about the Cowboys and the Vikings, which Cowboys eked it out 20-16.
And actually, you know what? See, that's the sign of a great team, which is the Cowboys.
Shut the hell up.
When you can win a game on the road and go to Minnesota and win on the road with a backup quarterback and squeak it out. And he didn't play the best. He played just enough. He played ball control. He played
pedestrian. He ain't played shit. Your damn coach your offensive coordinator did a damn good job of protecting him from himself.
But see, that's the sign of a great team. When you like I just said, when you see you can go on the road and get a win with your backup quarterback, that's a sign of a great team. That's where you start seeing great teams win. Thank you.
Now listen, I do admit at this point in time, the Cowboys is a damn good team. Excellent team. You can bank that. But all I was saying before is just let the season go on. We got an extra game too. There's some shit y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna step in a bear trap. Some shit's gonna happen. And I'm not wishing bad luck on you, but y'all brag too damn much at the beginning.
Hey, is that bragging? We letting our actions show.
Y'all brag too much at the beginning of the season.
Hey, we talk about
y'all accident waiting to happen. Like
what our coach say? The coach told us talk with your pads and not with your mouth. We talking with them pads.
Okay. Well,
we talking with that. We talking with that defense, that offense, putting them points on the scoreboard. That's how we talking.
Exactly. Okay.
We got to have some swag and some cockiness about ourselves, because if not, we'll be just like the Washington football team.
Exactly. Because we ain't hitting no shit right now.
I think I just said something. Did y'all hear that?
Right now, we ain't
just said something.
We ain't hitting no shit right now. So
you damn
just like us without no damn swag. Okay.
Exactly.
Now, Monday Night Football was the Giants versus Kansas City. Now, this is the ugliest, most stupid, retarded game that I think that Las Vegas and Atlantic City took advantage of. You could actually see the Giants giving cushion to the Kansas City's chief wide receivers. And of course, you need to be able to give cushion to Tyreek Hill. But on the contrary, if I played against Tyreek Hill and he being a little dude, I jam his ass on that line and I have a receiver over top, a safety over top of him. Because you seen them, they were releasing them. They were 10 yards off them. And they were giving Hardman, Pringle, and all them dudes, hey, you catch it, then I'll touch you. We don't play touch football. Or maybe you want to play flag football.
They played smart football. That was smart. Because if you look at it, guess what? Actually, to be honest, Giants actually should have won that game. They actually picked the ball. They picked the ball off. Was it overtime? They picked the ball off, and they picked the ball off. The Giants picked the ball off, but one of their Giants guys on defense jumped offside, and they Kansas City ended up getting the ball back. So actually, Giants would have won it, and that was a brilliant idea. The way they played defense, it made Patrick Mahomes second guess himself the whole night because they were dropping him back in that zone. And that zone was confusing him. He wasn't as quick. He didn't get the long balls. It was a brilliant idea. I love the defense.
Well, I want to put something on you. They no damn zone confused no damn Patrick Mahomes. The only thing that's confused is that
what game did you see?
I don't know what you looking at. Only damn thing that Patrick Mahomes is struggling with a damn abysmal offensive line who can't fucking protect him long enough to get the ball off. Now, another thing too, they don't have a running game. And then also, you seen that BS call, this new taunting rule they got. Guy from the Giants, number 39, got the first down. He put first down with his arm in the air, and he was talking out loud, and the dude just happened to be standing in the same vicinity to him, and they throw the damn flag. But you know what? I'm not sad about the Giants losing because I want them to lose.
They're in the NFC East, so yeah.
Giants, your boy Denny Green said, the Giants are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. So if you want to go ahead and crown their ass, go ahead and crown them. So, and then this is another thing that bewilders me. Daniel Jones is turning the ball over constantly. He's even a bigger turnover machine than Eli Manning. But how come nobody's yanking his ass and benching him?
Hey,
man, I'm telling you, man, they full of crap.
NFL
stand for crap.
Hey, since you mentioned Eli and Peyton, they were on ESPN2 for the Monday Night Football. Man, I don't know who put that together with Eli, and oh man, that was horrible. I had to turn that quick. I was trying to listen to them. They were commentating, during the game, and it was straight horrible, man. I don't see that. I don't even see that lasting. Just because it's Eli and Peyton, because they're Hall of Famers, they're gonna keep them on for the whole season. But I guarantee you, they will not be back on next year.
Well, it sounds like already Eli got Down syndrome. So
you know what? I'm not listening, man. I'm not gonna disrespect the Hall of Famer.
Oh, whatever.
Fan, you listen.
Stop sucking up.
Listen.
I'm not
Giants
saying
fan,
he has Down syndrome.
Listen, I'm a Cowboy fan, but I'm not gonna disrespect your Hall of Fame quarterback like that. To me.
Ooh. Now they might give Eli the Hall of Fame, but he damn sure don't deserve it.
Well, they're gonna give it to him, man. He's a Manning.
We already know that.
He won a Super Bowl. He won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So they're going to he's going to be in I guarantee you that. That's no doubt about that.
But listen, Eli, I'm going to meet you one day. I didn't say you had Down syndrome. I'm saying you sound like you had Down syndrome because you're so damn laid back. Peyton ain't too damn far behind your ass because both of you laid back cool dudes.
Oh, no, okay? Peyton my dude now. I ain't going to let you talk about Peyton.
Oh, look, I whipped your ass so many times when we was on Madden.
That was my Madden quarterback.
With the Colts with Dallas Clark. That's all you could pass.
That was my quarterback on Madden. And I ate you up. I ran a hurry-up offense. Omaha.
Let him stay open.
Omaha.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so with that being said, man, I'm telling you,
all right, let's.
Yeah, what do you got to say,
man? I want to talk about this right quick, and we gotta definitely mention this, man. Calvin Ridley of the Atlanta Falcons, man. He basically walking away from the game just to work on his actually dealing with mental health, man. This is something serious that's out here, man. It's not just that he's an athlete and people saying, well, man, he's an athlete, he's getting paid all that money. How can he do this? No, man. He's a real human being, just like the average person, a person that's not making millions of dollars. I don't care if you're making $0 to $1 billion. You are human.
Yes.
And you go through stuff. Mental health is serious.
Yes.
Please, folks, take it serious. Look, get some help. Reach out to the mental health hotline. I respect that these guys, these professionals are taking a step and basically not afraid of what other people or what their employers, which is the football teams or NFL or even Simone Biles, she basically had to step away because of mental health. So people take this serious. It's not a joke. I remember my time, I went through something, basically it was some depression. It's like, I didn't know why I was having it, but I was going through it, but it was serious. But, you know,
Brandon Marshall went through the same thing and he preached about it.
Right. But people look at it and, oh, you're an athlete, you're getting paid all these money. You ain't got you shouldn't be having no mental health. How your life is good. Your life is you living a life. And I wish I had no.
You ever heard of CTE?
Listen, if you live long enough, you will go through it's called trials and tribulation.
Yes.
And actually in the Bible, it tells you to renew your mind, because guess what? Just living this life, you're going to have things come against you, the trials and tribulations, just dealing with life itself. And it's going to be a lot on you. But if you don't put God in your life and renew your mind daily, think on good things, and surround yourself with the right people. So a lot of times we surround ourselves, with people that can't talk to us and can't understand what we're going through. And then they look down on us or they shun us,
Exactly. And man, the Bible also talks about in all that get understanding. Mental health is running rapid and wild in our communities, and we overlook it as if it's insignificant. But then a lot of our people are getting shot and killed because they have mental issues in America, and the police forces are not taking the time that they should to understand that some people suffer from mental illness, and some people got to be patted away or carted away by mental illness specialists. So if somebody on the scene doing something crazy or whatever the case may be, call a mental or psychiatric center as well as the ambulance to make sure that they can help people get help.
Well,
I mean, there's a lot of people out there with personality disorders and things that we overlook, and we just say, oh, they're crazy. And then when something happens to somebody, or somebody gets killed or whatever the case may be, then we say, oh, well, maybe we should have done something about it. Well, we urge you to stop waiting to do something about it. If you know somebody in your family who has a mental illness issue, please do all you can to try to get them to help, even if you have to separate yourself from them, to get them to get the help. Because I think it's very important that we learn much about personality disorders so we can save ourselves from a lot of heartache and pain as well. Eric, I'm glad you brought up that point. That was a very good point for you to bring up, but, we're just about at the end of the show, and we had a pretty good, successful show. What do you think, Eric?
Yeah, I just want to get some callers on here, man, and get them calling in, man, and get interactive with it. I want to, talk to our fans and, see what they're talking about and see what they want to hear, go from there. So I'm looking forward to that.
Hey, well, guys, I'll tell you what, we're going to be working on that in the upcoming episodes. We just want to make sure when you come on here, you ready. All right. We want to make sure.
Matter of fact, and come with your questions. Come with your questions. What do you, let's dive deep into it. So get it ready. And so our next show, man, we gonna open up the airs, and we want to hear from you guys. Let us know what you think, and bring it. Don't sing it, bring it.
And look, we don't have a problem with you not agreeing with everything we say. That's what the show is all about. Talk. It's kind of like being in the barbershop. Okay. And ladies, you're welcome to come on here too, because nothing more attractive than a woman who understands sports. Without further ado, we just want to thank you for everything. We thank you for this platform we have, because if it wasn't for this platform in a lot of places, we wouldn't be able to reach good people like you. So with that being said, this is the Sports Chamber, lock and loaded, with your boy, Big Bad Ace.
Yeah.
DJ Tim Fly.
Roll.
And we love you. Until next time. Peace.